All right, welcome back. Let's just continue this discussion on the illegal migration crisis we're having across the continent at this moment. I'm being joined on the program by Ibukun Obe, who is the founder of Culture ED. Ibukun, thank you very much for coming on the program. Tell us about your organization, Culture ED, and what it does.
Thank you, DEJI, for the invite. Culture ED is an online platform that educates Nigerians traveling overseas about the do's and don'ts of foreign culture. It tells you about the principles, the values, and what you expect when you travel abroad or living in the UK and working in.
Tell me how you felt when you heard the story about these 26 Nigerians who died trying to cross the Mediterranean.
It's really saddening. I was reading the newspaper article that was on Tuesday. I was like 26 people, that's a large number. I was like, it's very devastating. I don't really know what the government is doing about it. I think it's very important. The government needs to do something very, very fast. Because when you listen to some of this publication about foreign migrants being killed in different parts of the world or having one issue or the other, it's actually very disturbing. So it's high time the government needs to do something very fast.
And what is your organization, for instance, doing to help solve this problem?
Okay, in the last couple of years, we've been doing some research to try to understand the root cause of some of these problems. Like what we do, we've got an IT and technology background, and right now it's about leveraging technology to solve some of these social problems. So what we try to do is that we try to develop a model that can actually educate Nigerian workers on some of these issues.
So from your own research now, what do you think is causing the problem? This problem?
Well, in the course of our research, there are two main identifiers of these problems. We found, well, the first one is actually economic hardship. Obviously, when things are rosy on the other side, there's a tendency you want to travel.
Seemingly rosy.
Rosy, yeah, seemingly rosy, exactly. There's a tendency you want to travel to the other side. Then we find there's a level of ignorance. So when people understand the consequences, when people understand the consequences of the actions, they're more aware. You understand? So in the course of our research, we try to collate the data, try to collate some data to understand some of the root causes of some of these problems. So we found out that those are two major root causes of those problems.
And there's no question at all that, I mean, the bulk of those who are traveling to some of these countries they're totally ignorant. They actually do not know that, the pasture is not as green as they think it is over there.
Exactly, yes. I think if they're aware that it's not as green as the other side, then they're probably more aware. Then there might not be any, they might not probably want to go to some of those countries.
So exactly what then does your organization want to do to check this?
So basically what we're trying to do is that the online platform is supposed to create some kind of awareness to reduce the ignorance level. So when people are more aware of the consequences of their actions, they are probably more informed to probably make better decisions about to go and probably when in foreign countries.
But another problem is that some of these migrants are actually, some don't actually have access to the internet. Some can't go online to access information. Are you thinking along that line to cater to those who may not have access to the internet?
Yeah, like what is, it's actually a big problem when you're developing the model because some of them might not have access to the internet. So what we try to do is that we're going to use leverage on the media space, like with people like yourself, to create some awareness through the TV programs, through billboards and all that, to just spread news. So when people are more enlightened.
So what kind of information are you going to be, putting out?
So the kind of information we're going to put out is that we've done research. We've got a book, like a model book, that actually talks about different countries and different cultures, the do's and don'ts in those countries, what you need to be aware of, the rules. Like for example, in Nigeria right now, you can actually people drink and drive. In the UK, if you drink and drive, that can actually land in jail. You understand? I was fortunate to work in about 19 countries all over the world, and so I can remember the early days. I used to work for a company called Schlumberger Oilfield Services, and they transferred me to the UK. So when I was in Nigeria and the UK, those are two different countries, so their rules are different. You understand? So those are the kind of things we.
I also want to find out. Would you be putting out information as to what the situation is in some of those countries? Because the general impression, most of those who want to migrate from Nigeria to some of those countries illegally, so to speak, just think it's possible, for instance, to pick money on the streets. That it's just possible to get jobs instantly and start making money. And we know that the economies of some of these countries, especially as we speak today, are not in the best shape at all, and that things are difficult. You talk about Spain, for instance. We know they are yet to recover fully from their own economic crisis. As a matter of fact, we know at some point that a lot of Spanish were leaving their own territory to go and seek work in other parts of Europe. Italy is not as if things are so rosy there as well. But our people here don't understand this.
Yes, unfortunately, people don't understand this. I think the norm, or probably the impression they have that, look, it's going on the other side. So what culture does is to actually tell you about some of those problems, to enlighten you that, look, hey, if you're going to Italy, this is what is expected in Italy. It's not as rosy as you think. You understand? So we're going to cover several countries. We're covering Italy, we're covering the UK, we're covering Canada, we're covering Cambodia, we're covering Libya. For most of the countries,
Nigerians are actually going to Cambodia.
Yes, Nigeria and Cambodia. Yes, I was reading an article recently that some Nigeria had issues in Cambodia.
Yeah,
so,
that's true. That's
yes.
true. That's true.
So those are the countries we're looking at. Spreading our own information to. So,
but on the side of the government, what do you think the government needs to start doing now? I mean, to check this issue of illegal migration and human trafficking. It's becoming very rampant. You look at the statistics; it's going up every year.
I think it's a big problem, really. I know the government is working on it. I don't really know what they're really doing, because it's really worrisome. The government is trying to solve. I mean, President Buhari's government is doing a lot. It's trying to focus more on the macro level. All the economic problems, looking at the GDP, the macroeconomic indicators, and all that. But we don't focus so much on the micro level, which we have this problem. You understand? Like the issues of, I can imagine, for example, there was a case of some guy who traveled to China who's got about 4 kids in China, who's got about 4 kids in Nigeria, and the guy traveled to China. He had issues in China and all that. The wife said, the wife does not work, and the kids are probably going out of school and all that. So if you look at what's going to happen to those kids, what's going to happen to the future of those kids, you understand? They might probably end up dropping out of school. So hopefully, that's why the rate of agbero is increasing, rate of prostitution is increasing and all that. So if the government does not focus on some of those problems to see how we can kill those problems from the root, they will need so much at the economic level, but if you don't focus on the micro level, then it creates more problems for the country. If you spend money on security, there are a lot of issues, there are a lot of social issues right now.
And it's quite surprising that despite all the problems, I mean, despite the dangers involved, now 26 persons have died. But you still have people wanting to, still rushing to go. People are still almost on a daily basis, still dying to go to Europe, going through the same dangerous route.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, DEJI, unfortunately, people are trying to. That's why we culture is here. We are just here. We are not telling you not to go, but look, hey, if you go through those dangerous route, these are the consequences. You understand? So basically, what we try to do, there's like online portal where we all probably do some kind of awareness. There's going to be books to read. They will show you some videos. So there are still discussions we have in place to set up like a migrant resource center, so people can actually come.
Okay, you're going to set up migrant resource center.
Yeah, we're looking at setting up 3 migrant resource centers.
So, for instance, intending migrants can just walk into your place and then check, or just go online and check and get some of this information.
Exactly. Yeah. Just go online, go and get some of this information. You work videos. Then at that point in time, you understand. So we help you shape your ignorance level a bit, so you become more aware. Then you probably be able to make better informed decisions.
And what you're doing now, does it address the problem of the traffickers themselves? I mean, how to check these traffickers to put an end to their trade?
For the traffickers, it's yes, it's meant to put to checkmate what some of the things they're actually doing. Yes.
Yes. How?
I mean, when people are more aware, you understand, then they're better informed. You understand. So
and that way,
yeah,
they probably wouldn't have to go to the trafficker. But give or take, how bad do you see the things getting with this whole issue before they get better?
Man, I think at DEJI, it's really disturbing. It's really disturbing.
You think it's going to get worse before?
I think it's going to get worse, man. Do you move around the streets of Lagos in the night, 8, 9 o'clock? You see Everything, see people working everywhere, rate of position is increasing, rate of migrants is increasing, and the government is not doing, I don't really know what the government is doing about it, you know. So in the course of our research, if I look, this kind of problem actually creates, there's a correlation between those people who get some of these problems and the rate at which those social problem increases. So if you deal with this, it can actually reduce some of those numbers. You understand? And apart from this, we're actually doing other stuff in other spaces. We're doing stuff in the area of road driving, driving on the road. You understand? Our roads are not really safe. You understand? So we're tackling some of this problem. We're leveraging technology. It's part of the stuff.
Well, let's just hope you people, you know, your organization is able to make enormous impact, because this is quite troubling. It's really troubling that we have this situation, and let's just hope and pray it doesn't get worse before it gets better, and that the next time we don't hear that maybe 50 young Nigerians. And it must be quite surprising to you that you have people as young as 14 who died.
Yeah.
Does it surprise you?
Yeah, it does, DeJi, really.
Because it's surprising that a 14-year-old will want to travel abroad.
Yeah, to do what? Yeah, it's really disturbing, yeah.
Quite disturbing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Ibukunbe, for coming on the program. And thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us.
Okay.
We wish you all the best with your organization. And let's hope you're able to make a positive impact here in Nigeria.
Thank you, DeJi, for the invite. Appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, that's it on the program. If you want to watch it again, all you need to do is go to our website, www.tv360nigeria.com. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's at youtube.com/TV360Nigeria. Do subscribe now to get the latest developments now in Nigeria and, of course, across the world. You can join us on Google Plus as well. That's at TV360Nigeria. Or like us on Facebook. The address is facebook.com/TV360online. You can also follow us on Twitter. Our handle is at TV360Nigeria. We thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.